he talks about macro decisions and micro or one-off decisions. So the judge says, look, a macro decision is something like property and financial affairs, health and welfare, where actually the person is going to need to be able to make decisions on an ongoing basis. And those decisions might happen at any time without planning or without kind of pre-knowledge. And he contrasts those to one-off decisions. And these might be, do I eat a carrot? Do I make a will? A lasting power of attorney is another one-off. Gifting is considered another one-off decision. And so when it comes to that, and when it comes to those, and how long we need to remember information for, if it's a macro decision, and we're saying that actually this is an ongoing decision, and we need to take a more longitudinal view, then the length they have to be able to retain information is much, much longer than someone that's just doing a one-off, such as a will or an LPA. Because for a will or an LPA, if they don't know before I see them, if they can't remember information before I see them, I give them the information at the start of the assessment. They're able to understand that and retain that for the length of the time we're assessing. And then 10 minutes later, they forget it. Well, that doesn't matter. What matters is, could they retain it during the time that I was assessing them for? Now, we contrast that with the macro and the micro. We contrast that with the macro. Whereas, in fact, I then start looking for evidence of what were they like 6 months ago? What were they like 2 weeks ago? What were they like yesterday? Going forward, are they likely, more often than not, to be able to make this decision? And if they can't, more often than not, then we start to lean towards the lack of capacity. We then move on to the next element, which is to weigh up and use. Now, for me, this is really closely tied in with unwise decisions. So, now for me, this is really closely tied in with unwise decisions.